Welcome everyone, thanks for joining me today for my first draft of Tarkir Dragonstorm. I'm Nico aka Ananda MTG, trying to make the magic happen, so without further ado, let's draft. Okay, we opened Avenger of the Fallen. That is a good creature. It's a 2/4 Death Toucher, mobilize X, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. So all the cards are pretty new. Stormplane Detainment is a very good removal spell. That's an enchantment. Exiling here. All of the Dragonstorm cards are pretty good. There also those tri-lands, which I think are very important, and we should take them highly here. This pack is overall pretty good. It seems pretty good here. We have a fresh start, nice removal spell here. But I'll take the rare. It's a 2/4 Death Toucher, mobilizing where X is the creature cards in my graveyard. So that's a good start, I think. And I think we can go in for either Mardu or Sultai with those colors here. So I'll just open up 17 lands here quickly, because that is, for those of you who don't know, a third-party tracker that can analyze your drafts, so you don't have to memorize your whole packs. And when it comes to pick number 9, I can see what cards are missing, what the others took. So this is a good card. When it enters, return target non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less from my graveyard to my hand. When I cast my second spell, I can tap target creature and opponent controls. I think it's a good card. There's also Salt Road Skirmish, which is a nice removal spell. Destroying a creature, creating 2 warrior tokens, like kind of mobilize 2. I think I'll just take that, because yeah, if I go white now, I am open for some different decks if I don't fix on something like this now. So here we have a Lotus Guard Dancers. Lifelink: when this creature enters, search your library for a black card, a green card, and a blue card. Put those cards in your graveyard, then shuffle. I think that's a good card, but I'm not sure if I really want to take it here over some other cards. There's also the Furious 4 Bear. This card's not really good. I mean, it can work in the Flurry deck, but do I just take the Kintree Nurturer, which is a lifelink creature, which is kind of good. Other than that, we have here Champion of Dusson, which is a good card. We have Lightfoot Technique, a nice combat trick. What does this do? That is the one 4 mana 2/5 Vigilance. During your turn, this creature has base power and toughness 5/2. Okay, it switches power and toughness. Yeah, but I'm happy with the Nurturer, so maybe I can just I had a good black start. Black seems pretty open, so why not keep on taking the good black cards. Here we have another mobilize card. When this enters or another creature you control dies, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. I think that's solid. Also, there is an Attuned Hunter, 3 mana 3/3 trample. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard during your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. So I think this has just better stats, but the mobilize 1 on this is just good. And also, if I build some mobilize deck, it's just a very good card. Also here we have the Death Gorger, which is the new Omen mechanic, which I do love also, but I think the Storm Singer here is just the best pick for me. And now we could take the Opulent Palace, which is the Sultai Cryland, but there's also just a 100 Battle Veteran. All of the artworks kind of remind me of Tekken. You know, you remember those Tekken games, early Tekken games, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, maybe even. Some of those fighting visuals remind me of Tekken, but so we have a Sultai Devotee, we have this Sultai Triland, and we have that Veteran. That cares about counters, and if I have 3 different counters, it's a 6/6. So, do I want to take? Yeah, I'll. Why not take all the black cards if it's that open? Here we have a good card, Hardened Tactician, which I can sack a token, draw a card, and also Salt Road Pack Beast, which I think is very, very strong. So it's probably one of the best commons in this set. And here we have target creature gets +1/-1 when it dies under your control. Draw 2 cards, so that's just very good. I can put it on some token here. So far we're just black, main black. Why not? It's okay. Like, I think black is a pretty good color here. And here we have a Menace Demon, 6 mana, 5/5. When this creature enters, target creature an opponent controls gets -2/-2 until end of turn, and target creature you control gets +2/+2. I think that's just a very solid card as well. So what an interesting start here. We have some mobilize, but not too many, and we're just black. But I'm happy with how this draft is going so far. Here I could start taking the Jungle Hollow if I want to splash. That is also, I think it's a good card. Yeah, that's a very good card in Mardu. Target creature gets +2/+2 in lifelink and hexproof, and this is just a 5 mana flying with ward. When it enters, remove all counters from up to 1 target creature. So I think I want that. Other than that, we had Death Touch and Mobilize creature, which is good just for 3 mana. But like, let's just take the Omen card, and yeah, why not? Bearer of Glory is someone that can pump my whole team for 5 mana. Delta Bloodfight that's the one when this creature attacks. If you control a creature with a counter on it, each opponent loses a life. So what's the best card here? Let me just adjust that height here a little bit. Ooh, wow, now I was too slow. But I'll just take the Bodyguard. I think Humbling Elder also is a pretty nice 1-drop, a blue 1-drop. And here we have the Reputable Merchant. I think that card's okay, but not the best one. If we end up in upset, which we might. But let's just take the Bodyguard. Yeah, if I cast a second, okay. And now we are open for Mardu, we're open for Abzan. I can exile something, I don't love it, but this is with the renewability, I think it's just fine. Works with the Abzan mechanics here. I think it's probably better, but you know, I don't have any removal spells. But now that was too late. So I'll just take the... Yeah, don't love it. I don't love that card. 3 mana for searching a basic land is just not very good. I could also take the Dismal Backwater on Speculation, which I will do because we saw some blue cards. So let's just go pick. What is this? Wow, it's too fast. Okay, we have a next potential Absent land here. Okay, now we opened a Frostcliff Siege. All of the sieges are really, really good, but I'm not taking the Jeskai or whatever is it color here. So the Exhale is a very good removal spell. There's also that Storm Dragon. When disenchantment enters, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Whenever a dragon you control enters, return it. There's Descendant of the Storms. When this attacks, you may pay 2. If you do, and it endures. So Endure puts a +1/+1 counter on a creature or creates a white spirit token. I'll just take it. It's a very, very good 1-drop, but I'm not sure if we're really white. I mean, we have 3 white creatures. We might be green on the splash, but I think the green removal spell, Piercing Exile, is just also very, very good, and I am lacking removal, so I'll take that here. Maybe I'll just splash green for the removal. I don't really know, not yet. So here we have Menace, 3 mana, 2/3 when a creature you control with a counter Deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card and you lose a life. That's kind of nice. We don't have that many counter synergies, not yet. There's also that one, and I do love it. It's just an exile target permanent with mana value of 3 or greater. Really good removal spell. It is absent. We are absent, so I am happy. Even if that also is really good because I don't need to. I can just cast it with if I'm white and black base. Also, Caustic Exhale, just a very good removal spell. 1 mana, -3/-3. But I think that one is even better because, yeah, it's just a very good card. I'll take that. And now we have another Piercing Exhale, which is the very good green removal spell. I don't know all the cards by heart yet, so what does this do? Jadecast Sentinel. It's a 4-1/5 Reacher. Kishla Trawlers, that's a very good card, but I'm not blue. Absent Monument, I think that's very good just for the mana fixing here. It searches for a plains, swamp, or forest, and I can put it in my hand. There's again that one, Death Touch Mobilize. I do love that card. I think it's a very nice card, but from this pack, I just think I should be taking the Absent Monument, just because my mana fixing is not the best yet. But let's just see what will come our way. I think that's also a good card because enchantment removal is very important, in my opinion, in this set. So I'm happy taking that. I should be able to. I have a good amount of creatures here so far. I am happy with them, but what I'm not happy with is my interactive spell count here. We have the 1 Exhale and that one, and I'll just take that one. Oh, this is also a kind of interactive spell, but I'm probably not using it on my opponent's creatures, rather on my own creatures. So here we have an Absent Devotee. I think that's a good card here. Those are just not my colors. Even the Glacier Wood Siege is what is the Timur Siege or Timur or Sultai Siege. So whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, target player mills 4 cards at Sultai. You may play lands from your graveyard. But I think Fortress Kinguard, that's also a very good card. But I think the Absent Devotee, just for my mana fixing and for being able to splash. Do I really want to splash green? I don't even know, to be honest. If I really want to splash green, not for Champion of Tucson, but maybe for the removal, which might be necessary here. There is a Trade Route Envoy, and I think that's a very good card. When it enters, draw a card if you control a creature with a counter on it. If you don't draw a card this way, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. And also Sun Pearl Kirin, which is just a very nice white card. So we are definitely absent. We are a white and black base, and those colors were kind of extremely open. Alchemist's Assistant is kind of nice with the renewability as well, and that one endures. So I have more counter synergy, and both are 2-drops. This is just more for the Sultai deck, I think, and this is kind of more for also it works with the +1/+1 counter synergy that I have going on a little bit here so far. And here I'll probably take the Scoured Barrens because my mana fixing is just not the best so far. I do have one of the Gurmag Rakshasa already. So yeah, I'm happy taking that Scoured Barrens. I think the deck's looking good so far, but I haven't played. I'm not sure how it will all end up. But I'm happy with the cards that I have. All of them are kind of playable here. And here we have a Flurry card, 3 mana, 2/3. Don't love it. And now I'll take the Death Touch Mobilize card. Why not? It helps me make a token. Do I want that? Synchronized Charge? Not really. Tempest Hawk. Flying. When this creature deals combat damage, you may search. That one can search for another Tempest Hawk. Not the best card, I think, but it's white, it's flyer, so why not take it? Dragonback Lancer. That's a flying mobilize card, why not? And also Death Touch mobilize. Looking at my curve, I think the 3 mana card is just better here. And now we have another worthy cost, which I don't really love, so because I have to sacrifice a creature, but I can sacrifice one of those mobilize tokens. That is a red card. And here we have an Unburied Earth Carver. Sacrifice another creature, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Here we have a black and green duel. I do love it. It's okay, I guess. It's not a absent duel, but also a Dalkovan Pack Beast, 3 mana. Oh yeah, that's a good card. I mean, it works especially good with a combat trick or something. There's also that one, which is for mana fixing. Tap an untapped creature, add 1 mana of any color. And then if I pay all of the colors, I can sack this and create a 4/4 dragon. But I think like we have some mobilized synergy already. And I think that card is just insanely good. 1 mana for drawing 2 cards is just crazy. Here we have the Twin Maw Stormbrood, which is a very, very good card. And gaining 5 life, even if I just end, I'm not casting the Omen version of that spell, but I am probably casting the 6 mana for 5 Flying Dragon, gaining 5 life. I take it over this because my high end is like not the strongest so far. My end game, my higher mana value cards. There's also Riling Dawnbreaker, creating a token and a Flying Vigilance, but 5 mana for a 3/4, not sure. I'd rather have the Stormbrood here, just because it's a good card. And here we have Skirmish Rhino. That's a nice absent card. I think it's worth playing in my deck. 3 mana, 3/4. So we're not splashing for the Champion of Tucson. But for the Piercing Exhale and for the Heritage Reclamation and for the Skirmish Rhino. Say Sagu Pummeler, I think that's also kind of good. 4 mana, 4/4 for a reach creature. Renew 5, exile these cards from your graveyard. Put 2 +1/+1 counters and a reach counter on target creature. It's just a very good ability. But yeah, we're not green, we're just splashing green. And here we have another absent card. Yeah, that's the one again. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's a very solid removal spell. Exiling is really good. It only targets permanents with mana value 3 or greater, but I don't think that it's less valuable because of that. So here we have a Mardu Devotee also, but I'm happy with the removal spell just because I don't even have to splash the green for it. And in this pack we have Rebellious Strike, just a combat trick, maybe okay. Stormplane Detainment, yeah, that's a really, really strong white removal spell, so I'm happily taking that one. Ice Rich Serpent is also a good blue card, bouncing a creature. Then this one, when it dies, create a 2/2 black zombie token. And there's also Molten Exhale, a really good red removal spell. Rescue Leopard, when this becomes tapped. You know, I have to get familiar with all the cards here. So wow, there's another Stormplane Detainment. So then we might just not even have to splash green, not for the exhale. I'm not sure, but I think I could also take the Ores of Land, which might be the better choice. But I think passing that enchantment removal is just not something I want to do. Yeah. Because if we're 2 colors, we might end up, we have 1 Devotee, so that's okay. And here we have a Menace. Whenever 1 or more counters are put on a creature you control, if it's the first time counters have been put on that creature this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. Oops, wow, that was, no, I don't want to take that. Come on, I have to click sooner. I think that card's just not very good. Death Gorger. Put a +1/+1 counter. We have counter synergy, and we have, yeah, we have 1, 2, 3 top end cards. Why not take a fourth? Why not? And here we have a black or green land, the trial one. I think it's crazy that this get actually wheeled. Meaning, so people took all the other cards, people took these cards, Dragon Claw, some white cards, some blue and green cards, red's probably open, but I'll gladly take the Tri-Land. So, Saltai Monument, Swamp Forest or Island, I don't know if I want that. Is that just a really good card? I know Wayfarer, that's a good card. Milling 3 cards when it enters. I may put a land card. I hate it. I have to click, but it's my first draft. You know, it's okay. Things happen. Enduring 2 when this enters, but it's just a 4 mana 2/1, which I don't love. Let's just take a look here. Target creature you control against Death Touch and indestructible. You know what? I'll take the combat trick because I have enough creatures, I think. And here we have another Rebellious Strike versus that one. I actually think I thought the green one's better. What I wanted to say, mobilize. So okay, wow, that was very fast because all those cards are just not so familiar. I've been drafting Ether Drift so much that I kind of forgot how stressful drafting can be. Let's just put all of those cards out now and see if we can build some nice synergies here. So we are definitely black and white. Let's just put in all the real good cards. This one helps us with the green splash, but I'm not sure if I really want to splash green. Probably for that exile. So it's good to have this. I'll just count it as a swamp. And this also searches me for a swamp or forest. Let's just put in the Scoured Barrens for sure. And this also, yeah, I'll just count it as a plane. So mana wise, because we'll splash for the good removal spell, but not for the Champion of Tucson. And maybe for that as well. I think that's worth splashing for. So yeah, Sun Pearl Kirin, definitely want that in my card. I can bounce some other permanent, and I don't want the Fortress Kinguard. It endures 1. I don't want the Bearer of Glory, being able to pump my team. I do want all my mobilize synergies here. So we have mobilize, we have mobilize, we have mobilize, we have mobilize, and here we have Kintry Nurture, just a 3 mana 2/1 lifelinker, endures as well, just a really good card. We have the Absent Devotee also, so mana wise I think we're gonna be good. And yeah, let's just put in the Skirmish Rhino. Why not? I think we should be doing that. And here we have an Absent Monument. I think it's a very good card because I can search for whatever land I need. And then I will... Do I want to play that Victor? It costs me... it will cost me... In the best case scenario, I will pay 4 mana. For a 3/3 mobilize 1, when it enters, target creature gets +1/+0 and indestructible. I think Reigning Victor is a good card. And now let's just play the top end, also kind of acts as removal. Let's play our 2 good removal spells. And let's just play the 100 Battle Veteran, which is really good. That Death Touch Mobilize creature is really good. I want that. I want to have the 1/1 Omen Dragon, sure. And let's just play this as well. Purging Stormbrood. We have some dragon synergies here. That's a good removal spell as well. So yeah, deck looking good. And now we have 15 creatures. And yeah, don't need that. I'm not fond of this. Very fond of that. That can return something to my hand. 4 mana 3/4. I can return a non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less. So I don't know if it's really good. Is it? I think this gains us 5 life. Is it better than that one? 6 mana. So Death Gorger is a 3/5 flying Death Toucher. When it enters exile, up to 2 target cards from a graveyard. I think, to be honest, the Death Gorger is just not as good as the Storm Brood, because gaining 5 life is a big deal. And those 2 cards, with all the mobilize stuff going on, maybe I can take out the Bearer of Glory, put in one of those, just to see how this deck will play. Then I have 14 creatures. I can live with that. I think we are kind of a mid-range deck, and let's see how this performs. Give it a shot. What can go wrong? So the Absent archetype felt pretty open, but this is just what a crappy hand. I cannot keep it. Not loving the start. Not loving the start so far. But that one is looking better. No real good creature, but I'm not mulliganing another time. I'll just hope for a land, and I'll just put back this card. Yeah, so opponent plays a Thornwood Falls. So they are blue and green, which I know for sure. So they could be Sultai or they could be Timur. Okay, they are Timur. Not casting a second, not casting something on turn 2, but I'm not able to either. And if I don't draw a card next turn, things are really bad. Nah, I need a land. We have plenty of removals. We have 4 removal spells: Piercing Exhale, Stormplane Detainment, Kindred Severance, I'm not sure. So yeah, those defender, I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste something on a defender here. Let's just cast a Nightblade Brigade and hope to draw another land, which we are definitely desperately need. Okay, opponent countered our spell, which kind of sucks, because now we we can't do anything. Oh, this is not the best start. Not loving the start so far. But what I do love is the new background, the maps here. Okay, at least something we can cast here. I think we have 2, 3, 4, 5 mana fixing situations. Okay, opponent has a lot of those removal spells here. That is my second creature. They are countering, and I'm lacking lands. Kind of hurts. And now they have two threats. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell or a dragon spell, this creature gets +2/+0. And this is when it enters, you may mill 3 equal to the number of lands. You may mill cards equal to the number of lands, and you can renew it. Exile this card. Yeah, I'll just have to remove that 5/5. Don't love it. I really don't love it. What a very clunky start here for me. Now we drew a 4 another land. Yeah, let's just. Do I want... I need a creature here. I want a creature. 100 Battle Veteran, and then kill that Storm Brood next turn, ideally. So opponent is playing 2 blue, red, black. Opponent is playing a lot of colors. potentially. Do I just kill it? Exile it with mana value 3 or greater? Sure. Sure. Or do I just destroy that and... No. You know what? I'll just attack here. I am at 14 life. Opponent does block. I'll exile it. Done. So I have to pay 4. 2/2 black white. I'll exile. This one I didn't. Oh man. Wow. I shouldn't have attacked. Maybe I'm not cautious enough. So now I would definitely need the green land, which I don't have. So let's just cast it again. Yeah, we can cast it again from the graveyard. And that is one finality counter on that creature now. Okay, but I'm okay with that. Used most of my mana here. Okay, opponent plays a Dragonstorm, green one. When it enters, search your library up for 2 basic lands, put one of them on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. So, play a plains. Let's attack here. Opponent goes down to 20. We have so many removal spells, and we have that menace creature. Wow, I don't love casting that now. I'll just play the Fortress Kinguard, Endure, and make it bigger or make a spirit. Let's just make a spirit. I think going wide is the better thing. Have more 4 mana up. So I can kill something. I can exile something, whatever they cast. Okay, opponent passes to my turn, which I kind of like. Now we drew a forest. Let's just attack with all of our creatures for 6 damage. Opponent goes down to 15. And now we'll just cast that Rhino. Want to be able to cast those removal spells here next during my opponent's turn. So yeah, but now it's looking really good. Opponent had a very, very fast start, but ooh, Roar of Endless Songs. That is exactly why yeah, why you should have enchantment removal. That is 2, and exile that. Whew. Before they get another 5/5 Mammoth. Sorry, I didn't tell you this card is a really, really good saga, creating 2 elephant tokens in 1 and 2, and at 3 they double and the power and toughness of each creature you control, which is kind of crazy. It's just insane. So do I just let's just attack. So I'm thinking I can cast this on the 1/1. This kills my... Yeah, I want to kill it. So why not give this +1? And I can even... if when it dies under your control. Well... I'm making one mistake after the other, but it's okay because our deck is really strong, I believe. Behold a dragon. I cannot behold a dragon. I don't have any dragons to behold, so I didn't behold a dragon. And yeah, pass the turn. So next turn I'll just cast this and win if the opponent. That's just a really good card, I think. Salt Road Skirmish. Okay, I think black was really, really open. White was really, really open as well. Okay, Winter Night Stories. Draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard a creature card. Wow, okay. So let's go. Absent looking pretty strong, to be honest. Okay, they have Assault Road Skirmish as well. Those tokens have to be okay. Yeah, but you know what? I can just cast my Assault Road Skirmish as well and then attack, and then it's still game over. I think those have to be sacrificed at the end of the turn, I think. Sacrifice them at the beginning of your next end step. So Winter Night Stories, drawing 3 cards, discarding 2 cards. And exiling that. And now I think, yeah, I'll take a damage. But I think that's it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'll just... You know what? Yeah. Because -2/-2, then even my 1/1 can kill it. That is... no. Target creature gets +2/+2. Which one? The trample one. Because I want to deal trample damage. And now I'll attack with all of my cards here. Think that is a solid attack here. Next turn I can kill whatever creature they might cast. And this has Menace. Just a really good card, I think. Rakshasa. Gurmak Rakshasa. Looks like an Indian god or something. Pretty brutal one, but you know. Indian gods can be brutal, I guess. Okay, that is my opponent going to 1 life. And passing the turn, Timur Battlecryer, during your spells... during your turn, spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. But that is the game. That's just the game, I guess. I can attack with 3 creatures. They have 1 life, whatever they do. So they have 2 cards now. But even if they kill all my creatures, one of those Red Warrior tokens with haste is going to be enough to kill them. So, first game, first draft went really well, I think. Sagu Wildling, sure. I don't really care about that. Opponent has another Dragonstorm here. The green one searching for lands. Okay, they can search for as many lands as they want, but still not able to block my stuff here. So I'll just play that. I'll just kill that. I'll just make my tokens and attack. And that is the game, I think. Sure. If you do like my stuff, show some love by hitting that like or subscribe. It helps me grow making more content like this. I'd appreciate it a lot. So, yeah. Mana looking good. No 2-drop. Kinda sucks, but still a keepable hand. Okay, opponent opens the game playing at Triland, Sultai Triland. I'll play the Blossoming Sands, tapping, gaining a life, passing the turn. Opponent draws a card and plays a Dismal Backwater, followed by an Unending Whisper. So let's just play the Swamp. We don't have a 2-drop. Pass the turn. Next turn we can already cast that Skirmish Rhino or exile whatever they might be throwing at us. First game was just really slow and bad start land wise, but still really strong deck. So opponent plays a Dragonstorm Globe. Each dragon you control enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. Do I want to... They have some dragons, probably. Just exile it, just destroy it, use up my mana. Why not? I think it's a good idea. To just just kill that. Destroy that. Okay, we drew an Absent Devotee, which can help us with the mana fixing, but let's just play that Brigade here. Mobilizing, surveilling. Nah, I think we want a 4th land, so we have some good stuff here we can cast, but we want a 4th land so we can start casting our, I want to be able to cast 2 spells at a turn. Okay, opponent appears to be Sultai here. Black, blue, green. We didn't see much except that Dragonstorm Globe so far from our opponent, but and they are taking their time, but you know those cards are all new. Okay, Railing Dragonstorm, that does draw 2 cards, discard a card. Okay, whenever a dragon enters, they can return that. Sure. Kinda helps filter through your whole deck. I think that's a good card. Okay, they threw away a land. That one, so they don't need it. But I'll play the Swamp. We drew the 4th land. Let's just attack, mobilize here. Creating that token, tapped and attacking. And do I exile their stuff here? Or do I just play the Nurturer? It endures 1 when it enters. Having a lifelinker. You know what? Putting a +1/+1 counter, I cannot choose it. Either this creature or creating a spirit token. Sure. Okay, they are countering our spell, and I can live with that. We have some removal here, so I'm not wasting my good removal spell on the Dragonstorm. I think I'd rather waste it on some dragon they are casting, if they are casting one. Okay, another Tri-Land here. Two Sultai Tri-Lands. Solid mana base that my opponent is having. Okay, Absent Devotee, let's just attack for 2, creating another token. And do I want to play that? They might have another counter, so I don't love it, but I'll just give it a shot. Worst thing that happens is they counter that. So they have this here, Saku Wildling. That can enter, and okay, so they killed our mobilized Death Toucher. But that's okay, they lose 2 life, I gain 2 life. And passing the turn, opponent draws a card. And plays probably the dragon, Sagu Wildling. Then they can trigger that, draw 2 cards, discard a card. Okay, they didn't. They casted an Endure creature. So do I go Absent Devotee and then Monument, or yeah, because this just doesn't need to be removed, as not for now. Let's just play the Monument. And what do we need? We'll just take another Plains. We just white on the splash, play that, and we can now, yeah, let's just cast the Devotee, I think, because we can use it as a blocker and return it for 3 mana later on. I'll attack here as well. Because I do love to have the advantage. I am on the attacking aggressive side at the moment here. Passing the turn, opponent draws a card. So they have the Dragonstorm, they have the dragon in their hand, they have this card they could harmonize. I'm not sure which of the mechanics are really good and which aren't. I think flurries might be not the best stuff, because often you'll just don't have stuff to don't have cards in your hand to cast a second spell. Only if you find a lot of draw cards, like this one, Sagu Wildling. Now it enters, they draw 2 cards, discard a card, and gain 3 life because of the ETB effect of on the Sagu Wildling. So let's just kill that, I think. Exile that. Do I want to exile it? Sure. Yeah, I'll just... Or do I want to... Yeah, let's just exile it now. Done. Exile the Wildling and attack with my stuff here. They can block the Devotee, but I don't think they're gonna. So if we draw another land, we can kill whatever, that any 2/2 creature, like this Spirit, for example. Salt Road Skirmish, just a really good removal spell. I like that one. And here we have the Death Touch Mobilizer. I do like that as well. So let's just see what happens. Opponent is taking their time, considering whether to block or not. If they block the Devotee, I'm happy with that trade. That's a trade I will be gladly making. I can pay absent card, sacrifice this, create an XX white token where X is the greatest toughness among creatures you control. Oh, that's a nice upside on that card here. So I can go Gurmik Rakshasa, and then afterwards, hopefully, I use that here. Absent Monument is a good card, I think. Kind of reminds me a little bit of, yeah, like some Inca. But also like a little bit like Gondor. I don't know why. Dragon spraying my Rhino, sure. And another Dragonstorm. Or casting that again. Sure, I can live with that. So, okay, I'm out of stuff to do. Do I want to kill that 5/4 and play those cards? Don't really know. Rather... Okay, we drew a land. Enters tapped. We can... Yeah, we can just... Death Touch, or... But... Yeah, you know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can kill the Spirit next turn. Let's just cast a Death Toucher, because they have to answer it. If not, or it may stop them from attacking. Surveilling is also nice, so we could remove this land here. Scout Barons. Okay, opponent's turn. So now I'm at 13 life, they are at 12 life. Mammoth below. That hurts my feelings. They can harmonize it later on. That's such a good card. That's a really, really solid card here. Okay, passing the turn. Storm Plane Detainment. So I think... Let's just play the creature, because... Yeah, we want to be pressuring here. And having Menace is a good thing here. And the creature I control gets +2/+2. Still, I'll attack for sure. They're blocking the Mobilize token, probably. Okay, that is 8 damage into their face. Why didn't they block the Mobilize token? I was tapped out. But, you know, that is some nice stuff here. So if That is 10. Can they deal some more damage? I'll take 10. Please don't have any 3 damage spell. I'm not sure if red has some direct damage spell. Probably. That's the red thing. But... okay, they don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 4. If we draw a land, we can remove all the annoying stuff here. And we can also make the token here. I would be happy with the land. So with this land, we can just... wait, that is... destroy target creature, create 2 red warrior tokens. That is 5, 6, 7, 8 with those tokens. If they don't have a counter spell to counter this stuff. Do they have a counter spell? Let's just hope not, because then I think that's the game. That might be the game. Let's just take this here. And let's cast this as well. Destroy that creature here. And then all of our creatures will deal damage, and that should be the game, except they have something they could do, but they can't, because Harmonize needs to be done as a sorcery, I think. No, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Oh no, they have a removal spell now. Oh, I hate that, because now I am that. That is just... yeah, they can kill me next turn, which hurts my feelings. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So they can kill me next turn, which I don't love, but it was a fair game. Okay, not ideal. Very suboptimal, but with the devotee, which I cannot cast, no, I can't keep that hand. So mulligan gods are, yeah, and why that? I think our mana base was solid. I can play the Sun Pearl Kirin. When it enters, return up to 1 target non-land. Return a card, yeah, sure. Let's return the Heritage here. Hope for a black mana source, and then this hand is okay. So happy with that draw. Gaining a life, passing the turn. Opponent plays a Plains, and now they have 2 mana. So let's just play the Forest. Play, yeah. Let's just pass the turn. Okay, do I flash it in now, or do I want to use it? No, I don't think so. Let's just flash it in now. Dealing damage is what we want. Playing the Plains, attacking for 2. Opponent seems to have very bad luck here. Let's just play the Death Toucher. Mobilize X creature. Next turn we can, whatever they might play. Detainment. Okay, they are detaining that as well. Do we, and we, sure, do we want to exile that? I think. We have 2 of those, so I think I'll attack here. Why not? And I'll just use my... yeah, let's just use the Stormplane Detainment on their Stormplane Detainment. That exiles, and if they have some removal, they will get it back, but... maybe it wasn't a stupid play. Maybe I should have used the Kintree Severance here, but I think opponent has some bad luck here. We haven't seen much of their deck, so passing the turn again. Sorry if that was loud. I apologize. Let's just attack. Mobilizing X, where X, mobilizing 0 in this case. They are destroying that enchantment. Yeah, sure. And that returns. But let's just exile it here. Done. So I can still attack. And go in for 4 damage. Opponent draws a card. Opponent is at 12 life. Exiles a creature they control and their graveyard. So let's just... yeah, this and my graveyard. I can live with that. Don't love it. This card is better in whatever Sultai or in a deck that cares about the graveyard. But this is how you learn these things. Let's just attack my opponent for 2. No X, but I have to live with that. We are a kind of mana screwed, but still winning the game. It appears to. Yeah, let's just make a token. And pass the turn, opponent draws a card. Opponent plays a Mardu Monument. That does... I know what it does here, but let's just see what it does here. 4 mana, sacrifice this, create 3 tokens with Menace and Haste. Okay, we drew a 4th land, so let's just exile this because we want to be pressuring, I think. Yeah, or do we just... yeah, we can also do the exhale here, and that deals damage with Behold a Dragon. We don't have a dragon to behold. But that's good here. Let's attack and go in for some damage. Play that Fortress Kingguard, and that game is pretty... I think it's pretty good here so far. Now we have some 1/1 tokens. Opponent draws a card. Doesn't look too good for them. We have a Nightblade Brigade and a removal spell. Removal wise, this deck looks very, very solid. So this is an uncommon. I just wanted to check if it's a common or uncommon. This has 3 or more. So let's just done. Oh, I could have used that one, but still opponent's dead. Okay, that is making the magic happen with my absent deck, which I do love. It turns out to be good. So let's play another one. Okay. I do like that hand. I will take it. I will keep it. Do love it. 2 tablets is not ideal, but yeah, we only have the 3 drops, so who cares that much about it? We'll just play the Opulent Palace first turn, and then let's see what we draw. Opponent appears to have a hand that needs much consideration, so I'll keep mine. Opponent capped as well, so let's just see how this game goes. Okay, drew a plains, played the Opulent Palace, passed the turn. Opponent played the rare land Kishla Village. When it enters, this land enters tapped unless you control a swamp or island. 4 mana for surveilling. Okay, yeah, let's just play that one here and pass the turn. Opponent draws a card. Opponent plays a forest, and we can now, yeah, let's just play it later. Because we want to be starting, we want to start attacking, and yeah, I'll take that. I will make a token. Why not? Because I think having 2 creatures is often better, just to have some more blockers, or yeah. Opponent has something to deal with my creatures, I don't know. they are passing the turn. So let's just play the forest. Let's just attack. And that is 3 damage. Opponent goes down to 17. I'll play my 100 battle veteran. Opponent does have a counter spell, I think, because they kept their mana open. So okay, but they are not countering my 100 battle veteran, my Tekken kind of. What was the green snakish Tekken fighter? I forgot, but this reminds me so much of, what was it? There was this other fighting game, Soul Calibur, if you remember that one. So we'll just remove the, that one. Done. Remove that. Play the Blossoming Sands and gain a life. Attack for 6-7 damage. Opponent goes down to 10. I go up to 26 life. Opponent draws a card. Plays a Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon. That can add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a dragon spell. Or it can make a colorless mana. So for sacking this land, search your library for a dragon card. Reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. I think it's, yeah, games are going well for me. First draft, I think I'm going to have a lot of fun in this format. So let's just play my land. We have yeah, sure, we have a lifelink and hexproof. We have that Rhino and the Piercing Brigade. Yeah, sure, let's just Rhino, exhale, kill that Crocodile, behold the dragon, sure. And that makes me surveil. Yeah, don't need the forest. I want that removal spell, but looking really, really good. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going up to 30 life and opponent kills my 100 battle veteran. So I can live with that. They have 5 life now. But yeah, looking really solid. Looking good. So far, I think, yes, Teamer, I think blue and red are not the best colors, probably, but you know, I don't wanna say something too early in the format. We'll see how the data, we'll see what the data shows. We have yeah, we have that removal spell. We want that removal spell, creating 2 tokens, removing that, and just attacking for all the damage in the world, making the magic happen. With a nice absent deck, but this kind of mobilized Mardu strategy feels really good here. Okay, the hand is looking solid enough. With that King Guard, I think it's good. Let's just play the Blossoming Sands. Next turn, King Guard here. Opponent plays a Mardu Devotee. Sure. I'll endure. I think in this case I'll endure to make this bigger. I want that 2/3 here, just to be able to block that Devotee, make them not attack, intervene with their fast and aggressive strategy, which I think they might be. I like that is what Mardu is about, going fast and wide and aggressive. Yeah, let's see. Opponent surveils a Shock Brigade, Menace mobilized into their graveyard. Let's just, so we can play the Swamp. Do we want to kill that Dragonstorm and hear stuff? Let's just, whenever a dragon enters, so we can kill this in response. But like in the last game, I'll just attack here. I'm not sure if it's really good to use it on this. Better use it on use the removal spell on the dragon itself. But this is just for enchantments. We have white, black, black, white, black. We have more than enough stuff. Let's just find another swamp. Why not? Okay. And yeah, end the turn. Opponent draws a card. Opponent plays a mountain. Plays an absent devotee. Attacks for 1 or not? Probably. Okay, passing to blockers. I'll take a damage. Going down to 18 life. Passing the turn. So we drew another swamp. Let's just play the Scarred Barrens. Next turn we can go Stormbrood. Let's just attack here. Opponent decides not to block. And yeah, let's pass the turn. We can, if they really cast a dragon now, we can destroy the enchantment. Oh, Salt Road Pack Beast. That's the... I saw one, I should have taken it probably. I don't remember what card I took over the Salt Road Pack Beast. I think it was in the early stage of the draft where I got all the black cards, so I think it's okay. Yeah, I'll take the damage, pass the turn. My turn. So we drew a Skirmish Rhino. Let's play the Swamp. Let's play the Stormbrood here. I can't. It costs 6 mana. So let's just play the Rhino. Gain 2 life. Opponent loses 2 life. We'll attack here. Opponent does block or not. Passing to damage. Opponent goes down to 14 life. Yeah. So they play a mountain. They play a Mardu Siegebreaker that has Death Touch and Haste. When it enters, exile up to 1 other target creature you control until this creature leaves the battlefield. When this creature attacks, for each opponent, create a tapped token that's a copy of the exiled card attacking that opponent. That is just insane. What a card. I need to kill that. I need to kill it. Definitely need to kill it. So my Skirmish Rhino is gone. But with this I can yeah, I can just give my Rhino +1 +1 -1. So yeah, resolve. And that resolves as well. They can scry as much they want. As much as they want. Mardu Devotee. Creating tapped and attack and token of them whenever this creature attacks. Yeah, it's just a crazy card. So let's just put my +1, give this -1 and kill that Siegebreaker, which is kind of necessary. I can draw 2 cards, which I love. They get their Mardu Devotee back, but I can live with that. It's not the end of the world. And next turn we can just gain 5 life and cast our dragon. Let's just play the dragon here. I'll gain 5 life, being back at 19 life, and I'll attack for 2, sure. So they are taking 2 damage, going down to 12. Opponent draws a card and yeah, attacks for 6. Do I want to block or not? They might have some combat trick. I'll just not block. I have enough life. If they have a removal spell, I am sad. But okay, 13 life. Passing the turn. Let's just play a swamp. Do I want to activate that ability? Sure. Why not, I think. Why not? Making a token seems pretty reasonable. That is a 4/4 token. I can attack with all my stuff here. Let's just kill the Salt Road Pack Beast. I like that. Opponent has something. They have when Anaffenza Flash First Strike, sure. Whenever another non-token creature, it endures 2, which is crazy, wow. But we can just, with mana value 3 or greater, we can just exile it next turn. Which will be necessary. Okay, opponent is at 7 life. We are at 13 life. We have a flyer, so they're probably gonna attack with the Anaffenza. Or they want to keep it up as a blocker, I don't know. But however they want to go at it, I'll take the 2 damage. I don't trust this attack. Yeah. Okay, I'll take the damage, no blocks. They have a removal spell, I guess, I'm pretty sure. Or another big creature. Otherwise they wouldn't attack here. That is 5, 4, 6, 7. Let's just play a swamp. Let's just exile that, I guess. Oh, it's not possible. But yeah, we're at 7 life, so I think it's good here. Yeah, we cannot. This is not an artifact. This is not an enchantment. Let's just attack here. Opponent is at 2 life. If that deals 5 damage. Yeah, sure. I'll take it. I'll have to live with that. So opponent is at 3 life if they don't block. Let's cast my Devotee afterwards. Twin Bolt, 2 damage to me. Okay. So I'll go down to 5 life next to blockers. They decide to block, which I can understand. It's totally relatable. Absent Devotee passing that turn. So opponent has 5 mana, 5 lands, can produce 5 mana. Marshal of the Lost. Sure, whenever you attack, target creature gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of attacking creatures you control. So they're not gonna wanna attack. So we drew a force, which we don't need, which I don't love here. I'll attack with that one. Interesting match here. Very slow now. Take the damage. Opponent, okay, they can return that. I'll just not cast the land. Let them know we're in business, or let them think we can do whatever with all the mighty cards in our hand. I think they don't have mana because they just played a land, and the turn before that they didn't play a land. Ooh, that hurts. That hurts my feelings. No lands of us can do. Nothing we can do. Yeah. I'll have to... That is 3, 4, 5. Oh no, that's... So I'm dead for sure? No. Okay, this... Why? I don't understand. Seems kind of stupid. Not putting it on the token. Okay. Damage equal to the number of creatures you control. To target creature or planeswalker. Yeah. So that's it. I'm dead. Okay. Still, what a fine match. Alright. Don't love the hand. With the Absent Devotee, it might be keepable. We can cast it and then yeah, I think it's I'm not too fond of Mulligan, so let's just keep that hand. Hope to draw some land, ideally a white one, sure. Nice. So sometimes the magic gods are on our side and sometimes they're just not. Why is this the full art and this is not the full art? I don't understand it. Forests, no, I'll play the plains, I'll play the devotee and pass the turn. Opponent has a 2 mana 2/2 vigilance that can be sacked, destroy target artifact or enchantment. I think that's a good common. I actually okay. They killed my devotee. I can just get it back. Let's play that. Let's just play the Avenger of the Fallen. Yeah. This is in my graveyard. Doesn't look like it because it's not here. I think it should also be here. Not only here. But that is feedback I could give to the wizards. Okay, Blossoming Sands. I don't have anything that's 4 mana that I want to play. Do I want to... Yeah. Like... I'll attack here. Tap up to 1 target creature, draw a card. Sure. They have some dragons. The other Omen card they had was also nice. Okay, they are playing that. I guess I should have played the Brigade, but I'll just return the Devotee to my hand. Or maybe I need to Piercing Exhale, whatever they might play. No blocks here. They are casting 100 Battle Veteran. Do I want to kill that now? Because we can't even cast it. So, oh, and now I didn't even use my mana to... Sometimes I'm stupid. Okay. So the Death Toucher and the Piercing Exhale, 2 Death Touchers, which is fine. Let's keep that. Let's just Piercing Exhale the Veteran here. Behold a Dragon. Don't need to Behold a Dragon. And attack with my 2/4 creature. So that is 1 mobilized token. Opponent blocks the mobilized token, going in for 2. And passing the turn, opponent draws a card. That card can be really, really strong in some mill deck. Avenger of the Fallen. So, okay, playing a Swamp. Playing the Devotee, I guess. Yeah, why not? Playing the Detainment. I think I should. I don't know. Let's just only 1 card in my graveyard. So wow, what's the play? Do I want to attack or not? I want to be able to block. I'll just Storm playing Detainment, the 100 Battle Veteran. You know what? It's just too risky. I don't want to risk that. Now, and then I can attack even with my Avenger here. Also with that, it's not gonna... Like, if they want to kill that, they have to block a lot of stuff. They can block that, but I don't think they're gonna. He's trying that Detainment, sure, okay. That returns. Ooh, ow, hurts my feelings, but it's a trade. At least that one. They can return it with a finality counter, which I don't love, but you know what? That is learning. I'm just learning the format, so stuff like this will happen in the beginning of every set. Evolving Wilds, attacking for 2. I am at 13 life. Drew another land. Now I could start not. I could use different things than lands. I'll just stop attacking here. End the turn. Opponent draws a card and plays a island in Spirited Vanguard. Sure, when it enters or attacks, it endures 2. So they are making that 2/2 spirit and playing a Nightblade Brigade like the one I have here. Surveilling 1. Yeah, doesn't look too good for me here. They have go white. They went white. So, and we are drawing land after land after land. Kinda sucks. Hurts my feelings, to be honest. And no attacks passing that turn. Opponent draws a card. Opponent plays a Dragon Brute's Relic. Monks are being prowessed. Ooh. Yeah, that white card here, this one, the one that creates tokens, Rally the Monastery, is just an insane white card. They can make that one blue, red, blue, white, green. Okay, they can activate that. But they'd have to play, not just to destroy this artifact before they are able to get the dragon off of that. And here I'll block like this, I guess. Probably best if I block like this. Get rid of the stuff, but yeah, like I said, it doesn't look too good here for me. I can Devotee, return it to my hand, but yeah, drawing a card. Yeah, let's just play the dragon. Play the Devotee as well. Return, remove all counters from up to 1 target creature. Whatever, no creatures has any counters. So let's just play the Devotee as well and pass the turn. Opponent has no cards in their hand. Okay, Dragonstorm searching for basic lands, prowessing their monks. I can live with that. I want to kill the prowess monks with my Devotee, so they're not gonna attack. Mobilize 1. Let's just block the mobilize thing. And that is us going down to 10 life. And we drew another swamp. Come on. What is this? And why don't I have the white full art basic land? I don't understand it and I don't like it. So but I'll check that out later. Don't want to go into combat. No attacks now. I'll have to stall. Let's just play a swamp. Why not? You know what? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is just cruel. 23 cards. Let's block like this. Ooh, why didn't it block? Come on, that's a life. An unnecessary lost life point, but it's okay. Mobilizing 1. Okay, now we found at least something. Kintree Nurturer. And I think putting a counter on that is good because, yeah, gaining 3 life is better than gaining just 2 life, and also it could now kill that brigade, which I do like. So let's block like this, and hope that they don't have a combat trick, which they might. Snakeskin Veil, don't love it. That is indestructible as well. Yeah, hexproof. Okay, Scarred Barons, and yeah. Do I want to start attacking? No, because I can't. I shouldn't. No attacks. Why do we always draw lands? I hate this. This is just not fun at all. The Nurturer was a nice good draw, but that many lands is just cruel. It's just very, very, yeah, dissatisfying, unsatisfying. It's not satisfying. Let's kill that. One blocker. We need to find a removal spell. Storm, Plane, Detainment, whatever. Reigning Victor. Target creature gets +1/+0 and indestructible until end of turn. Then we have to pay 2 for that. Don't have a red mana source. But let's just give this indestructible until end of turn. But do I want to attack? Because then next turn I'm at 10 life. Don't think I want to attack. No attacks here. I should have put it on the Devotee and then return it if they blocked it. Which would have been the better choice, probably. But now I have a 3/3. Kinda okay as well. Okay, destroying that. Prowessing their monks. Attacking for 2. Do I want to kill it now? No, just this one. One blocker. That is me going down to 8 life. And we drew another land. Wow, I love drawing lands. It's my favorite thing to do. No attacks. End the turn. Opponent draws a card. Hopefully all land as well. Attacking with this one. Do I need to start blocking it now? Hopefully not. Let's just always block the creature token going down to 6 life. They are casting at dragon. So ours has just ward. And this is also ward 2. But I'm able to pay 2. But yeah, doesn't look too good. Doesn't feel too good. Exile target permanent. I'll exile this dragon. I'll pay 2. Sure. I'll play another land. I hate it, but I'll play it. And yeah, I'll not attack. This turn I'll have to start blocking that one. But I think, yeah, it's just no sense. Not gonna get out of this one alive. I'm not going to. Ooh, they're attacking with all of their stuff. Yeah, we are dead. We are so dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, good game. Okay, that is us dying. But you know what? It's for the first draft, for the first deck. Kinda happy with it. If you did like the video, why don't you show some love by hitting that like or subscribe button? It doesn't cost you a thing and it helps me out a lot. So I'd appreciate it. And I wish you a nice day.